time for Inspirational Talks with Laura Simmons and friends.
Okay. Welcome to Inspirational Talks with Laura Simmons and friends. I am Laura Simmons. I have with me today Margaret Greene,
Hello, how
uh,
you doing?
Shanita J. Montgomery, and Ursula D. Allen will be in shortly, y'all. So thank you for tuning in on Facebook Live, YouTube. We want to thank you all for tuning in with us tonight. Thank you. If you got any comments on YouTube, please put them inside the YouTube page. We will respond just like we will on Facebook, guys. So, how's everybody doing tonight?
We're doing
Doing good.
feeling
Yeah,
Yeah,
alive, feeling
yeah,
hot because the weather keeps changing down here.
yeah, it
yeah.
sure has. It was what 68 today,
Yeah,
68, 70, something like that.
it's like,
Yeah, I
and
was.
that's my outfit is mixed up. I got on shorts, but it's a sweater.
Oh yeah, I was.
Yeah, you are
I
mixed
was
up.
actually looking at the weather for different places today, and I was like, man, ain't this something? Everybody else got the good weather. We had a good day today. Honestly, we did. Good evening, Danielle. Danielle said,
Good
"Good evening,
evening,
y'all."
Danielle.
Good evening, Danielle, our lawyer viewer.
Yes. Hey, Frederick Beatty.
Hey, Frederick.
Hey, Frederick. Uh, well, anyway, guys, I want to first of all, I want to thank everybody for your prayers and everything. For all you, everyone that said a prayer for myself and my family, I want to thank you all for that. Um, we're gonna be fine. We just working it out right now, but yes. Thank you. Well, ladies, let's get going. It's Inspirational Talks with Laura Simmons and friends. We ready, y'all? All right. So, Margaret Greene, give us a little something there. Tell us a little something today. Give us a little gold nugget.
What I'm gonna talk about today, concerning real estate is your taxes and your insurance and your mortgage payment. And what I'm gonna talk about is when you get your mortgage, when your mortgage payment is prepared, it's it's considered PITI, principal, interest, taxes, insurance. And if your mortgage is being financed less than 20% down, then it's going to be PMI included in that as well. Well, the one thing I wanted to focus on is if you have um, your mortgage payment won't change unless your taxes and your insurance change. If your insurance go up, your mortgage payment's going up. If your taxes go up, your mortgage payment is going up. So you want to keep in mind that you can always shop for a lower rate on your insurance at any given time when you want to, and it can actually help lower your mortgage payment back down a little bit. Taxes, of course, you can't do anything about that because taxes is part of government. They're going to tax you no matter what. You're going to pay. You have to pay for it for the increase or whatever. But your insurance on your residence, you can shop for a lower insurance to keep your mortgage payment at a reasonable level. Now, private mortgage insurance, that's part of your mortgage only if you're financing less than only if you put down less than 20% on your mortgage when you're getting ready to purchase. So that means that you're going to be adding another, some cases $200, some cases even more, to your mortgage payment along with your PITI. So now with FHA, it stays with the life of the loan in most cases. With conventional, that's a different story. Conventional allows you, once your house have gotten to the 20% to value, then you can actually have that private mortgage insurance removed from your mortgage, which will save you another $200 or $300. It all depends on what it is from your mortgage. So you want to keep that in mind. Some people are refinancing their homes now that had FHA before. They're refinancing it because they have a lot more equity now in their home, and they can actually remove the PMI insurance from their mortgage. Only thing with that is you got to keep in mind, if it doesn't make financial sense, don't do it. So for instance, if you got a mortgage and your interest rate is at say 2.25 or 2.5, and you got private mortgage insurance included in your mortgage payment, and your mortgage payment is within reason, if you go and refinance it to a conventional, your interest rate is going to go up another point, probably another 1%. So instead of being 3.25, it's going up to like two. Instead of being 2.25, it'll be 3.25 or whatever, because you're going to pay for something. So if you're going to eliminate PMI, you're going to pay more for your interest. So that's something to keep in mind. So when you look at it from a financial standpoint, does it make financial sense to do it? Weigh your options. See how much your mortgage is now versus how much it'll be if you eliminate the PMI insurance. If it's not going to move by much, then you're probably better off leaving it the way it is. So you just want to keep that in mind when you're making a decision on refinancing your home out of the FHA versus to conventional. And if it's going to reduce that interest rate, good. But if it's not going to reduce it, and your payment's going to stay the same, then you might as well leave it the way it is. Unless you're saving $100, $200 a month more in your mortgage payment, then that's what I mean when I say financial sense. And that's my gold nugget for today.
Thank you. We appreciate that. As always, great information, great advice, and we appreciate it. Shanita, JBOO, where you at?
So I got some good news in our celebrity tea. We've been rooting for these people.
Okay.
Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet said they're going to give their marriage another try.
Good.
That's good.
Yes,
That's
I'm
good.
glad.
That's great news,
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I really hope it works out for them. We're rooting for you guys if you're watching, okay? Oh Lord have mercy. Ursula said, "Hey y'all, I'm running late. Got stuck in the bathtub doing the Beyonce drop. Okay, surfboard.
Lord have mercy, girl. You
okay, surfboard." In other news, we got
stop, dropping, roll.
Gotta come on. We waiting on you, Ursula. Cut it short, girl. Cut it short. So do you guys remember Delicious from Flavor of Love?
Oh, you had to bring up Flavor of Love, right? Flavor
Delicious.
That show, Boo had a lot of girls on that show, but
yeah,
she was the one with the real big booty.
Oh,
I don't remember her. Only one I remember was basket hoops. The one
that I remember is New York.
Yeah.
I remember New York too.
I remember New York too.
Recently got married to a man. Everything seemed like sparkles and diamonds, but apparently she says, allegedly, and I quote, "I married a narcissist who was a complete liar and a cheat, and I'm finally ready to speak my truth. Stay tuned." But they look so happy. That's why you can't be like, when you see people on the news, and you can't be like, "Ooh, goals," because you don't know what's going on behind closed doors, honey.
No, you don't.
It's not goals, okay? Apparently,
everything that glitter ain't gold. That's for sure.
Exactly, because you know what? You can cover poop up in gold. That's my mama would say. Don't mean okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving right along. So let's talk about some trifling news, okay? Allegedly, Kevin Hunter is going to sue the DeBar Mercury for wrongful termination from the Wendy Williams show, seeking $7 million and other damages. Like the nerve of him.
Who is he?
And that's
Wendy Williams'
ex-husband.
Oh,
yes.
Man, he need to get somewhere and sit down.
He done got his money. He good.
Yeah.
He upset because that gravy train came to an end such an abrupt.
At such a abrupt stop. Because you know his name, I don't know if y'all paid attention, but whenever Wendy's show would be going off, his name was still on the credits as executive producer, even though they were divorced and things like that. So he was still getting paid for, being on here. Trifling is what trifling does. And then moving along, I just want to say, I think Rihanna is glowing.
She looks I don't know pretty.
If you've seen her, but she looks fabulous. Okay.
Yeah, she looks happy too.
She does, and hey, this is a case in point. Listen, ladies, stop rushing to get pregnant and do all these different things. Take your time, because let me tell you something. You can eliminate a world of
Headache.
heartache, a world of unanswered questions. You know, when you do have children too soon before you find that right person, it's
Mm-hmm.
just too much things that go on. And I don't know her and ASAP's situation, but she's happy. And
They
it's,
both look happy, to be honest with you. He
they
seemed like
do
he really concerned about her
about
well-being.
her. So it's like, you know, you
They
don't
two
have
little
to go
kids.
through what the standard or what you think the standard is. Take your time. Cause she look happy, honey.
Yeah,
Okay.
she does. Yeah. They was they
Yep.
was they was cracking jokes about him, about Drake and what's his
Chris
name?
Brown. Chris
Chris
Brown.
Brown.
Oh, I'm
When
Mhm.
they
sure.
found out that she was pregnant. It was really bad about Drake because they were saying he had it bad for her. So
Oh yeah.
Oh
allegedly.
yeah, she ain't want nothing.
Yeah, allegedly. Allegedly.
And one last thing, Queen Elizabeth has returned to work after testing positive for COVID 9 days ago. But who really cares? Anyway.
Oh, you don't care about me.
I don't. I don't.
So that concludes your tea for
Exactly.
today.
It can
Okay.
that's a
Well,
recipe for today.
so I got a few things that I wanted to talk about. So one, I don't know if you guys know the MMA heavyweight of all time. What is his name? Cain Velasquez. That's his name, Velasquez.
That's that martial
Um,
arts thing.
Yeah.
no,
Well,
it's
mixed martial arts.
Yeah.
right. And well, anyway, he got arrested in San Juanica, California, on attempted murder
Oh,
today. Yeah, that's messed up on so
what?
many
I don't know why
levels.
people mess up their careers like that, man.
I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
Just like some
Over
of the ball
nothing but
players.
emotional decision.
yeah.
It's like,
Then I wanted to talk about the Tyler Perry brings Madea out of retirement,
But
guys.
yeah, I saw
homecoming, did
that.
y'all see it?
Yeah, I did see the
That was
homecoming. I did see it. But
I
it makes me, I'm gonna tell y'all something. It makes me think to myself even more that I know I can write a movie and put it on the big screen.
you can, because I'm
Yes.
telling you that because you know Medea's been going on since I was in middle school or something like that. Everybody had to get the new Medea VHS because
Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody had that the
Yeah,
video.
that's when they used to have the bootlegs
Yeah, they
flying
sure
around.
did.
Going,
to see him now, and he's on Nickelodeon. He got his own network and just the different things that he's doing. That homecoming was good because it actually kept Avon's attention. He liked it actually, so I liked it.
well, Frederick,
It's
she
fun.
just got your answer. She said she liked it.
Huh?
He was asking,
Is
what's
it
the
going to be
movie
a
a
good
good, be a
Is
movie?
it
good
going to
movie?
be a good movie? Yes.
It's actually out already, Frederick. Actually, it's already out.
It's
It's
on
on
Netflix.
right. It's on
Oh,
Netflix
okay.
already. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was a good one. I chuckled a few times. I was a little like, what they about to say? But then, you know, it was, I ain't gonna give it away, but it was a good movie.
yeah. My favorite part was the end of the show. That was
Frederick,
my favorite.
a lot, a lot of what he writes are old tropes.
What's that?
I don't know. I thought y'all was gonna know what that was on my fan around.
No, no, you said it right. I was thinking the same thing. Now, what you mean, bro? You got to put it up there, Frederick. You got to
I
put
put
it
it
up
in
there,
plain
bro.
English.
English. But anyways, and I also wanted to talk about Aretha Franklin's granddaughter performs an iconic song, "Ain't No Way,"
That's
Mm.
for American Idol
mm,
audition, and they
I,
said that she really did a good job,
she
is what I
rocked it.
heard.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I heard she did a good job.
It's like, how could she not though? Daniel Johnson says, I can see you doing movies, Laura Bell. Laura Simmons, the author, you go girl.
Oh, thank you, Danielle. Then okay, and then the other thing I was gonna mention to y'all today is Kanye West. They said Kanye West doesn't want Kim Kardashian to use his social media posts in her divorce documents.
Oh
As
wow.
he shouldn't, because that ain't got nothing to do with, I think for Kanye, he's trying to prove a point that I am not crazy. Because let's be real, Kanye wasn't crazy until he got with her. He had his little outbursts when his mother passed, but I feel like that was warranted because he was still grieving, but he still had to work. You know what I'm saying? So he still had to go out there, and he's out on the front center stage. But he's always been an advocate for this. I don't know if y'all watched his documentary yet. Lord,
Is that Tina Turner?
I'm here, y'all.
What's up, Tina Turner? How you doing?
No, Beyonce, please. Please don't disrespect me like that. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Don't disrespect me like that, please. Oh, Lord. It's hot. Trying to keep up with these children. It is hot. It is hot. I can't. It's too hot. Oh, Lord. How y'all doing? Oh,
you okay?
Girl, I'm making it. These knees ain't like Megan no more. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh.
Lord, what an entrance. I say that.
Oh, my God.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
The new Madea.
Oh my God.
Hey, friend. Hey, Beatty. I would rather watch a good movie by a great writer such as you, Laura, than a movie by Tyler Perry. No offense. Y'all see what Beatty said. Hey, Beatty.
Oh my God.
Name why you was serving Gordon. Because it wasn't Ursula.
Are y'all talking about the Madea movie?
Yes.
Laura's so silly.
No,
you came out looking like a Tina Turner reject.
Beatty to my what the hell?
He was thinking the same thing, Frederick.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord.
It's hard, baby. Hard in these streets. You hear me?
Oh my God.
Oh.
That was too much.
Oh.
I can't believe you did it. You got my cheeks hurting right now.
Oh my gosh.
Beatty, I'm out here trying to live. They won't let me be great, Beatty. I'm trying, man. Oh
my God. I can't even catch my
He's so silly. Y'all look, y'all, hey, y'all check out my if y'all got TikTok, I did the Beyonce good Beatty said good grief. I did the Beyonce video on my TikTok and it's on my Instagram as well. So y'all check out my video so y'all can be amazed.
Did you have that wig on?
No, ma'am. I was a little natural. The wig came on when I got to the house, right? Because I had a little trouble earlier. So God. I said, let me try it again, right? The first 2 times, I did kind of good, but that 3rd time, baby, that knee gave out. And I ended up face down in the bathtub. And I was like, oh, Lord.
Oh, I know what
oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Lord have mercy. What an
But I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it, though, baby.
That was an interest there, boy. So, Ursula, do you have any hot topics for us today? Any hot topics?
No, man, I feel like a hot topic. Like, I feel...
You came in like one.
You came in like a storm.
Oh my goodness.
I know she don't have a hot topic. I did want to ask y'all. I had a question.
Okay, go ahead.
What's up?
Did y'all see Will and Jada on the red carpet and Laverne Cox was interviewing them?
No.
Okay. Well, as y'all know, last year she admitted to her entanglement with August Alsina.
Right.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
So Laverne Cox was like, is there anything? And Jada looked so pretty. She shaved her head again, but it fits her because she got a little small little head. But anyway,
Right.
and they talking, they celebrating Will and whatnot, and so Laverne Cox gonna say, "Is there anything new going on?" Allegedly, anything new going on, and any new entanglements?
Oh,
wow.
pow, 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 shots.
Shots fired.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Wow.
and more recently, I don't know if you guys watched Fox Soul with Vivica, Claudia, and Lisa Ray, and I think it's one other person.
Oh yeah, I do watch that show.
So Vivica said that was tacky, which it was. They done got they didn't put it on the red table talk. They talked it out because it's all. What better way to broadcast your own business than for you to do it yourself?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I just want to touch on that. But yes, that was a lot. But it comes with the territory.
That's right. You put it out there. You open the door.
On Facebook once that they was tired of her talking bad about Will.
Right.
And,
so
people was getting tired of her.
You can't put a mute button. Like, yes, I get what Vivica's coming, but it's kind of fair game once it's out there on these internets, on these streets, as they say. It's out on these streets.
That's right.
And now she probably feel a way too because she knows that personally. That's a homegirl, So and Vivica definitely the homegirl. If somebody about to jump you, she jumping in.
Right. I love it.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe she's one of those kind of homegirls that would jump in. That's the kind of friend I needed back in the day when I was growing up.
Well, I got a few of those. They don't care. They be like, "What happened?"
BD said, "What were you doing, Ursula?" BD, listen, I was trying to do the Beyonce drop challenge, and so the object of the challenge, you have to drop down in different locations, man. And I was trying to do it in the bathtub, but my legs weren't feeling it. So
but what happened just a minute ago, though? That's what
I ran down here and I just
your wig
with the wig on.
Oh Lord! I ran, slid down the steps, and Lord.
Oh Lord!
And I was trying to see what I was doing, but I couldn't even. I couldn't even see what I was doing, and then I realized that these wasn't the right glasses. But I'm here. I'm here.
Oh
like Celia told Mister, I might be black. I might be ugly. I might even be a woman, but I'm here. So I'm here, y'all. As crazy as I can be. I do want to say a hot topic.
You said what now?
I do want to say one hot topic. Did y'all see? I don't know if Shanita even talked about it. Brat and Judy. Do y'all know Brat? The Brat and Judy.
Oh, big.
Yeah. That ain't alleged. That ain't alleged.
That ain't. Okay. It is big.
They got married.
So Greene said, "We'll play stupid games, win stupid prizes." I guess something that you had said, Shanita.
Oh,
about Jada.
Yeah.
And then
I thought he was talking about me at first.
Now he talking about you.
About you.
You better than better than that. Fan. Hey, you got the what they call it. Put something in if you want something out of it. Y'all ain't seen nothing. Nothing. You know how we get down.
Well, we know
that's that Decatur, huh?
Hey.
She gonna blame it on Decatur, but it's not just Decatur.
Wait a minute, Laura. I know. I just said, Margaret. I know. Hold up. Wait a minute. I know y'all ain't sitting up there talking about no crazy. Let me put some meat in it. I know
Well,
y'all ain't
see,
talking about no
the reason
crazy.
why I said that because every time you do something crazy, you always put Decatur in it. It's Decatur,
Now it's a
but
different, it's a different
but
crazy. That's that ghetto hood crazy.
mhm.
But
That's
that
always
right there, that was Prozac crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was something. But anyway, y'all know it's Let's Talk About It Tuesday. So it was two things that I wanted to talk about. One is I want to talk about living life. That's what I want to talk about. One of them. And the other one is how do you know if you should end a relationship?
I got several points.
Okay, so first one we're gonna start out with living life. So
Want me to start? Oh,
yeah, you can start out with living life.
So living life, right?
Hmm.
I feel, well, in my opinion, right, when you living, you should live each moment as if it is your last, because you don't know. Only one person knows, that's God, when your time is up. So don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Scared. That's my daughter say. I'm a scared. Anyway, don't be scared to go ahead and do whatever it is that you see fit that you want to do in life. Take that leap of faith. Go ahead out there. Okay, you quit your job. Quit that job. Don't wait and oh, I gotta do this and oh, I gotta. Man, if we plan every single moment of our life, you'll never get the chance to enjoy what life has to offer. There's so many places, people, things, opportunities that you miss out on being afraid and just being comfortable in this little box. Let's step
Yeah.
outside that box. Quit the box. Live, love, enjoy. Because what memories you gonna have being in a box?
Hmm.
Working a 9 to 5, coming home, cooking dinner, going to doing that every day of the week.
Yeah.
When are you gonna enjoy life? You not.
That's true. Very true.
So that's my piece for you. Life is an experience. Oh, I'm sorry, Freddie.
Girl, go ahead.
Life is an experience. Make sure you take the whole
Whole
experience. You are right,
experience. That's
brother.
true. That's
That's
very
You are
true.
right.
right.
That is true. That is so
Good,
true.
bad, and indifferent.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I thank God for all the experience that I have experienced in life because and I strongly say the word I thank you, Lord, because without those experiences, um, I would not be me.
Mhm.
That's those experiences make the person that I am today.
Yep.
So I'm grateful for that. And living life is so important that you do the things that you really really want to do because you're absolutely right, Shanita. Tomorrow isn't promised to any of us, so you have to live life to the fullest.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You
because you
know.
That's very true.
coulda, woulda,
Yeah,
Hmm.
because you
shoulda.
definitely want to be having to look back, going, "Dang, I wish I had a." You know,
Mhm.
not
What is
only
that,
that, the last thing
Ursula?
you want to do is be buried with all of what your potential was.
Yeah, and if you don't live out your potential, then no one will ever know how great you are. We
Yeah.
don't. A lot of people don't get a chance to explore the greatness that is in them. We are
Yeah.
not put on this earth to just go to work and come home.
No.
We're not
Ooh, preach, please.
just go
Hmm.
to work, come home, cook, clean, wash clothes. No, we are put here because different things are put here too for an experience. And again, like you said, Auntie or Miss Greene, good, good, bad, or indifferent. Okay, because at the end of the day, even when life is bringing you down, even
Come
when
on.
it's at the worst of the worst, there is a light at the end of that tunnel, but you got to keep going.
That's true.
If you stop that train and you stop going, guess what? You'll never find out because you let that small thing. It seems big because in that moment it is big, it is exploding, it is overflowing, and you don't know what you're gonna do. God don't put you through nothing that He don't allow to happen to you. Let's just say
And
that.
then he
Yeah.
won't bring you through it because he definitely gonna bring you through it.
But you got to keep on going and keep that faith and keep on moving. Live, love, enjoy life.
Come on,
Yeah.
Iyanla.
Yeah, but you know what? I was gonna say, you know, when you said that part about the sun will shine again. So my experience all weekend long was just a roller coaster. But I you know what? I still praise the Lord because, man, I know that He got me, and I know
Mhm.
He's gonna bring me through all that I'm dealing with right now, all that I've been dealing with for the last couple of months. I know that He's gonna bring me through it. So and I know this is just my it's gonna be my testimony, you know,
Mm-hmm.
of all the different things that I've been going through these last couple of months and stuff.
Without a
So I
test,
know,
there's no testimony.
yeah,
You got to
exactly.
talk about it. You're going to have to preach about it because your
Uh-huh.
testimony is someone else's test to say, okay, keep going.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? You don't know who out there that needs your testimony.
That's
Mm-hmm.
right.
You know, because somebody else went through the same thing or going through the same thing, and they're probably about ready to throw in the towel. And they
Yep.
probably was like at the very edge, and they heard what you was telling, whatever happened with you, and how you held on in spite of, and that helped them turn the corner. Otherwise, you know, they would have been like, "Man, I didn't know. I thought I was the only one going through this." You know, because a lot of times when people are in depression, a lot of times they think they're by themselves because they're
Mm-hmm.
in that room by themselves. That doesn't mean
Mm-hmm.
they're actually by themselves. Because just because you don't know that somebody else is going through it, don't mean that you're the only one going through it.
That's
You know,
right.
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times people be thinking, well, nobody understands. That's how people end up doing suicide sometimes because they think it's just them. They're the only ones going through it, and they're not. It's a lot
Right.
more people out there going through the exact same thing, going through the exact same hurdles, and it's just that in life is not just a cakewalk. Sometimes you got to do some sprints. Sometimes you got to do some marathons. But if you keep going and keep running, you will get to the finish line. That's
Yep.
for sure.
That is
Yep.
Danielle Johnson. I'm sorry. Danielle Johnson said, I like that living life, y'all. My pastor said it like this: look up and live. I love that.
That's
mhm.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. That is so true.
That is very
Let's
true.
see. Frederick Beatty.
BD said we were given two things in life, a choice and a chance.
That's
Preach,
true.
That's
preach up.
right.
That's true. That is
That's
very
very
true.
true.
And it's
Yeah.
up to you to take the choice and the chance and go for it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And a lot of times, though, we don't even want to step off the porch to figure it out. We don't want to
That's
try to do that because, again, comfortability. I will say, and I'm just speaking for myself, my little mini. Go ahead, read that one.
Okay, Danielle said, come on and preach now. Yes, it is. A blessing is right around the corner. Yes, he will, Laura Bell, Laura Simmons, the author, just like he did the last time. And the last today, man, bringing you through. That's right. That is
hmm
such a good point to keep on reflecting on when you was in a spot and you thought you wasn't gonna make it through, and God said different. So
hmm
when you in another spot, you can look back on how he brought you out of that thing. Oh, that's really good, Danielle. Thank you.
It's really good.
Yeah. Thank you
It's
so much. And she said something else. Huh.
And remember, you may feel lonely, but you are never alone because God promised to never leave you nor
Don't
forsake you.
forsake you.
Amen.
It's true.
That's right.
Amen.
Amen.
Very true.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah.
a pastor that from time to time he's on YouTube. He's in I believe Alabama. Just side note. And his name is Mike McClure Jr. And he speaks on a lot of different things. And like one of the ones that I recently watched was Focus, Death by Distraction.
Mm.
Hmm.
So if you ever have the chance, right, and you look at that, what he speaks about is sometimes your distraction, you not focusing, but that distraction is going to take you away from what your blessing is on the other
That's
side.
it. And that's what
So,
caused the death of what you was looking to do.
right. I mean, they even use something as simple as, when you're driving and you glance or you gaze, the difference between the two.
Yeah.
So if you ever get a moment, not sponsoring that person at all, but at the same time, like that was a very strong word.
Mhm.
So I definitely do recommend, but a lot of the things that he talk about is, it is so good to hear, and
Mm-hmm.
it's something that will feed you because it's something that's feeding you for your everyday.
Can you put that information in our group text?
Yeah, absolutely. As a matter of fact,
Yeah.
I'll forward it into our group message.
Frederick Beatty said life is meant to be lived unapologetically.
That's
That's
absolutely
right. Well, I'm guilty. I can admit this. I am guilty of having the fear in my past and staying in a comfort zone. And when it comes to living life, I'm very guilty of that because of my upbringing. I've dealt with esteem issues, when I was very young, and so I can admit that I was very guilty of not living and doing things that I wanted to do because of fear, because
Mhm.
of thinking about what others are gonna think about me. Is it okay?
Mhm.
But I'm so grateful to God that I always tell my kids, if I had the self confidence that I have now, if I had it back then, it's no telling what I could have accomplished. But I still thank God because you know what? It's all in His timing. It probably wasn't
That's
my
true.
time to do that back then,
Right.
but
It would have
you
been very.
know, yeah. I thank him now that the things I'm doing now, I'm not done. God willing, I'm going to go on to do much, much more, with my art and with my life or whatever.
That wig.
Um, Say what?
With that wig.
Look here, I know a hater when I see one. So,
I don't know
I
because
will send you one.
like,
No.
I will send you one. You don't have to keep begging, stop crying
It
out for
matched my
help.
shirt. It did. But you're right. You're absolutely right. We
Yeah.
sometimes our comfort zone it becomes so comfortable that we
Hmm.
don't want to move from that. It's almost like when you watching TV and somebody say you want to go somewhere. I know I'm already. I didn't got comfortable. I'm chilling. I'm just watching something when I'm watching. I don't want to move. Don't leave me alone. So sometimes we got to just get out of our comfort zone and just
Right.
do it. And I'm talking. I'm preaching to the choir because I have a bad habit of procrastination. And even though I know to do something, sometimes I'm like, well, I can do that later. Oh, I can do that later.
it must
Not
be
realizing that later is not always promised.
promised.
Amen.
So, it's better to take a chance now than to regret it later, because, we
Yeah.
all have regrets, especially growing up when you were a kid. You think back and you say, man, if I had just did this differently, where would I be now? But everything happens for a reason
That's
and
right.
and then in the context that it happens, a lot of times we might not understand, might not believe, like, well, I think if I had just did it this way. No, sometimes it was a reason why you did it that way.
Right.
Now you learned as the artist learning from your mistakes. Because
Right.
if you don't learn from your mistakes, you're gonna repeat it.
Making them, yeah.
Hmm.
And that's what's important, that you learn from whatever you didn't learn then, now. So it's like, I've heard people say this before, and some people are saying, well, if I had my youngest child first, I wouldn't have had no more kids because that young one is the worst. I've heard people say that more than once.
You know me. You know that. You know my youngest girl. Frederick Beatty says we have to learn to be consistently uncomfortable. This is a
Constantly.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, my
Uncomfortable.
bad. Constantly uncomfortable. This is necessary for growth.
That's true. That's
Hmm.
because when you're
My bad,
uncomfortable, you
y'all.
make you think. You make you think sometimes too.
Okay. Well, that's some very good information, people. So my next question is the what I asked y'all earlier, which is okay. So the reason why I came up with this question is because I had seen this pastor talking about this on Facebook recently, and he was asking the question, "How do I know if a relationship should end? How do I know if I should end a relationship?" Is what his question was. So, who want to start it off?
Can I start?
Go ahead.
Because she's been waiting for this.
Okay. So there are, for me, and this is, I'm just bringing
Being transparent.
Yeah, I'm about to say I'm being very transparent, my authentic self. Okay. When it's time to end a relationship, when it is one-sided, that's first. And by one-sided, I mean that, when you're in a relationship with somebody, you're supposed to be a team. Let's move together. Let's do this together. But if you constantly, oh, I don't want to do that. Oh, I can't do that. Or you have somebody that don't want to get up and go, then
Question. Can we be a little bit more clear? When you say relationship, are we talking about relationship as in my man, my friend, my mother, my brother, my
It could be. It could
It
go
could,
any way.
it could be
Okay.
it could be a
Okay.
friend,
It could be a
that you
friend.
know to cut loose. Because
Okay.
sometimes you have
I'm
friends you
speaking
need to cut loose.
relationship
Yeah.
wise.
Okay, Shanita, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No,
So
you
she's
fine.
speaking from relationship.
I'm speaking relationship wise. Like, if if you in a relationship with somebody and pretty much all it is sex, let's be real. Bye. I don't need that. I don't need you for just that. You know what I'm saying? If you are the only person that's pulling in the weight, especially if you guys live together, you paying the rent, you paying the light bill, you ain't signed up to have another child or to have a child if you don't have kids, and just take care of it. It's one thing to support your significant other, because let's be clear, yes, you can, as a man or a woman, support your significant other through times of trial and tribulation, but that is with you knowing, or you seeing that person is making moves to
Right, grow.
Better.
to better themselves and better you guys as a unit. But when you are the person that's just taking on all those different things for years and years and years, then that's not cool. Or if, as a woman, because there are women that do manipulate certain things so that they can get what they want and try to get out of their man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you feel like you got to manipulate a situation to get some help or something from your significant other, you don't need to do that. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to say, hey, listen, X, Y, and Z is happening or is going on. Can you help me? Or like, what can we do? What can we do? Not I pay you back, because paying back, yes, it's natural. You can do that. However, it's all together. Y'all together. So why? And so why do you have to manipulate? You should be able to comfortably be able to go to your significant other for whatever it is. You should be able to comfortably be in a situation where, good, bad, or different. There's a saying that we have in our household: don't let somebody else come to you about me. I don't care.
Wow, that's good. That's good.
You come to me first, because that'll dead anything else. Because other people are manipulative too, especially say if it's an ex or something like that. Like, if you've already put me on point, then I don't got nothing to worry about, because even if that person come to me, I'm not paying no attention to them. So y'all be on the same page. Y'all need to talk. Communication is key. But when it's time to leave, it's just more so along as if all those needs are met. When you are not happy, when you just getting up and you looking at that man or woman like, ugh,
Did I just hit him?
Right. Listen, if even if something as simple as them chewing their food bothers you, it's time to
wow.
Oh, he chewing that too doggone loud.
Look at him breathing. Oh, dog.
It's time for you to go.
Not old dog.
not looking at him breathe.
Look at him. Look at him.
Hey, it's
exhaling,
sometimes.
inhaling.
Be
She
like,
said, "Oh, dog."
She
said, "Oh, dog."
Beatty said that largely depends on the situation. Is it a loveless relationship? Did certain aspects of the relationship change? Have you changed? Is there an abusive aspect to it?
Yeah, that is
Good point.
All those different
That's
things.
very true.
In some situations too, there is one person who love that, and I would say this in all relationships and marriage, there is one person that loves the other person a little more than
That's right. That's right.
and it does come to a point. Eventually, you come together, but there is always one person that loves the other person a little bit more. Now, as far as when we get to the abuse part, peace. I ain't got time for nobody putting their hands on me because the way I'm a little
That's backing up.
the way I'm a little set up for myself, it ain't gonna. We not gonna. I don't want to do that because I don't want to have to fight my way through relationship.
Like
That's not love.
So you'd be saying, I had to fight all my life.
I'm trying to tell you.
No,
I'm trying to tell you.
especially if there's kids involved, you don't want to display those different behaviors in front of you
because you don't want them to make them think that it's okay to do that.
No part of the physical relationship is okay. There is no,
especially for the daughters.
It just happened just once.
For that matter,
it happened once. You know,
and it happened again. Yeah,
and it will, and that is a very true statement. I will say. One of my aunts gave me well, you know, I'm not gonna even say that one. I'm gonna say it.
Okay. I want to say this before we get to the next person, whoever want to say something. But I want to just shout out the people of entertainment. I want to shout them out on our YouTube channel. Make sure you guys are following them as well. The people of entertainment.
The people of entertainment.
Yeah.
Beatty said, is there a break in communication? Yep, that's a good point too.
Yeah,
that's true.
Communication is key.
Daniel Johnson said, yes, what can we do? That automatically includes both parties in the conversation to have a say so in the matter. That's right.
It's true. And a lot of times you if it's one-sided, it's already done. But you know, I think a good thing in a relationship and there has to be, you know how they say opposites attract. I think that's a good thing in some respects, and the reason why I said it is because sometimes you have one person that's more serious than the other one. And one likes to be jokey and comical, and the other one may want to be serious all the time. Well, there has to be a balance. If there's no balance, whereas you know that you can pull something out of that person every now and then you're gonna find yourself in a situation where every time you look around, then after a while you're gonna start feeling miserable because you're thinking like, dang, if I'm always got to be the one, you know, keeping everything alive and all, then why am I here? I think if you know that when you first start dating that person, it ain't just happened. You knew that when you first started dating that person. So if you already see that the red flags already, then it's time to say, you know, don't take it to the next level. Because if you take it to the next level, most of the time they're not gonna change. They're gonna be the same way they was when they was dating you.
I'm laughing because I thought she was gonna say you gotta take it to the head.
Laura.
Let me tell y'all something so funny because the reason why I said that, I started seeing my grandson in my head because my grandson he's in his walker now. So he wants to feed himself now his own bottle. So we give him the bottle on Saturday, and this boy takes the bottle and he really took it to the head. Like I said, he was like, had that bottle back, and he drained that bottle so quick and threw it. He was through with it.
How old is he?
Sounds like
8 months.
Oh wow, yeah, he had that
8 months old. Yes, he is so funny. And then he was taking his grandpa was trying to feed him the bottle. He like, no, dude, I got this. And he pushing his walker back away from him because he's like, oh no, you're not finna feed me. I'm gonna feed myself. So when you said that and you gotta take it, I thought you was finna say you gotta take it to the head.
Like
So Ursula, what you got?
So I just want to touch on this point right here. So just like to piggyback off what Margaret was saying, That and what Shanita was saying as well. Yes, all those are good things to look for, good points. Beatty said, I am a better communicator now than I was than when I was married. Well, you because you growing. That's a
Yeah.
blessing.
That's the best. And when
Hmm.
you grow
It's
like that,
important.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But here's the thing that we're missing out. Like I talk about in my book. Let me tell you about these other foods available on Amazon. So what we have, yeah, that was a
Yeah,
cheap
plug
plug,
it.
right? But
Yeah.
hallelujah. Anyway, but no, but seriously, so what we have end up with in a lot of cases is, yeah, you got this dysfunctional man over here, right? And like you said, you see these red flags, right? You see no communication. You see you ain't trying to be nothing. You ain't trying to do nothing. But guess what? You also got in a lot of cases this dysfunctional woman who is
Hmm.
willing
To
to
put up with
deal with it. Exactly.
it.
And then
Hmm.
she put up with it, and then she put up with it, and then she put up with it, and one day she end up exploding. Like, oh my God, I can't believe you do me like that. Baby, you
Hmm.
seen that in the beginning. You
That's it.
seen that and you thought you could change. You thought you could whip it
Hmm.
on him so good, or you thought you can buy him enough Gucci, or you thought, you know what I mean, your cooking was gonna get him. we
Hmm.
we gotta be accountable for ourselves, like you said. If you
Hmm.
see these signs, guess
Yeah.
what? We need to start saying, okay,
Like
Take.
we need to look. That's right. We
Mhm.
need to see where this is going. We
like
need to give. We got to give ourselves
Well,
some
some
time, some timelines. Yeah.
it's like Judge Maybelline used to say. She used to say, "Look deep before you leap." When she was doing the divorce court, she
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
said, "You look deep before you leap," and that's true because a lot of times we look past that for other reasons,
Yes.
but not realizing that get old after a while too.
They do.
And then and so it's like, okay, now what else do we have in common other than that?
That's
And
right.
if you ain't
That's
got
right.
nothing else in common, you in trouble.
Well,
That's
even
right.
when that started to fail, it was like, okay, what's happening here? You know, like
Girl, cause sometimes
always glitter forever. I'll tell you that. You
Girl,
know,
sometimes it don't be that good from the beginning. But
Oh
but
wow.
some of these women be so desperate to just have a man that
That's
had their
true.
clothes in
I
their
done heard
house.
him say, if I had a piece of man, long as it's a man, a
That's
piece
what
of
I'm
man,
trying to
long
tell you.
y'all remember for Color Girls? Y'all remember that movie?
Uh-huh.
oh
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
Frank,
yeah, yeah.
Frank,
Oh,
Frank.
Biddy said, but it is also understanding how far apart we are as black men and women. That's right.
That's true. Very true.
And
Unfortunately.
that's a lot of extra work. Danielle said, congratulations, beautiful grandma Laura Bell, the author, on your grandson. Grandson said he got he got this.
I wanted to say this too, before we get to the end of the show. I'm also going to be posting very soon auditions because I'm starting back my auditions for my stage play Little Sisters Listen Up, and I'm going to be advertising that on the show as well as on different pages and things like that because I am getting ready to launch Little Sisters Listen Up, the stage play again. And I'm also looking to also use the same people that I'm using in my stage play in my screenplay as well. So I just wanted to let people know that. So I will be posting that sometime this week.
No, that's
Yeah, I
cool.
want to start my auditions too, but I'm going to have to get some tips from you. I want to start my auditions for my play.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, I'm gonna get tips. We're so far apart as black men and women. It's ridiculous. Yep, and like I said, it's a lot of work, Fred. Um, Putting into that time to getting to know how far apart we are and getting to know the other person's needs and man, because this is a whole show itself in talking about how far apart we are because women. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that women because I am a woman too. But
No,
what
but
I
you're generalizing, but it's not everybody.
right, right. It's our black men, and I ain't gonna get too far, but our black men, and me and Laura was just talking about this,
Oh, they actually gonna bring me into it.
suffer, no, shut up, suffer at the hands of our society
Mhm.
so much.
Mhm.
And we as women have to learn, how to be that heart that we are of our home so that we can kind of help to massage and cushion the fall of some of the things. We can't, cushion everything, but just to help to kind of help them in the things that they go through in our in their everyday lives, but a lot of times, a lot of women are not willing to go that extra mile because it is a lot of work. Relationships are
Yeah.
a lot of work.
But
No,
you
it
know,
is.
but you know what I find, and I find offensive most of the time, and I hear from some black men, is that they say that black women are just too much work. Like, first of all, if the black woman didn't hold you up, you wouldn't be the man you are.
Right,
And a lot of times we are holding you up, even when you're not even holding us up.
right.
And a lot of times it's just like, and unfortunately, what had happened is it started in during slavery, when they
Yeah.
destroyed the union and the marriage, the family of the black people. And they start separating us back then, and so it made it easy for them, for a man to walk away, because they had already been torn away from their families. Because
Yeah,
remember, in Africa, family was a real unit, you
Yeah.
know. But when
Okay.
they came here, they was separated and they were broken up. And so it's just that we just got to get back to where the beginning was, when we were in Africa, where I never been there, but I know our ancestors was. So it's a matter of us building back up that fiber that kept us and that made us who we are, and keep it moving. Because when we were growing up, think back when we were growing up in the apartment building we used to live in. It was majority of them in that apartment building, it was mom and dad and their
yeah,
kids.
Mhm.
So we knew what it looked like to have the two. But a lot of people have gotten away from that now, and they're thinking, well, I don't. And you have some women who say in a minute, I don't need no man for this, I don't need no man. And so automatically that man think, okay, well, she don't need me, I don't. So why am I here? She don't need me. There's a time, sometimes you could just step. You ain't gotta dummy down. You just gotta take a step back sometimes and just say, you know what, I'm gonna let him do him, and if he need me, he'll let me know.
I do.
Because if you be too domineering, and I'm not saying you have to be a wimp, but if you too domineering, sometimes some men's ego can't handle that.
yeah. We can do a whole show on this.
But I want to say
Hmm.
one thing too before you say that. I want to say too, we still have to love our black men. A lot
Yes, we
of
do.
men are not, they don't get that love. So sometimes
Hmm.
their first love and what they get is from their girlfriend, wife, or woman that they are with. We have to love our black men. Our black men are not loved enough. We have to
Hmm. Yeah, because they're constantly being beaten by the system, as well as
before we
um,
are.
you
Before
know
we are. Yeah. We
jobs and everything else. They work. This is like when you see people go to college and get all this education, and then when they go for a job, oh, you're overqualified. You
mm-hmm.
know, all I'm trying to do is take care of my family. Oh, you're overqualified. But I went through school. I got my 8 masters. I got my this and I got my that. But you're overqualified, and that's
Hmm.
the thing that they constantly have to keep on um trying to fit in this
Okay.
society.
Well, we're
Um,
gonna have to cut it short, y'all, because we're running out of time. You can read the last
Okay.
thing, and then
Yeah,
we're
he
gonna
just
go.
said also the phrase "I don't need no man mentally." No, I don't need no man mentality, but also being a hell of a lot more open with black women.
Yeah.
Like
true,
I said, I think we
very
can do a
true.
whole show on this.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But we want to thank you all for tuning in to Inspirational Talks with Laura Simmons and Friends. Please share the videos. Um, you gonna read one more? One more? Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
Beatty said,
Please.
I don't know how to be a black woman nor do I expect a black woman to know how to be me, a black man? That's right, BD. I think when we do this show again, I think that you should come on
You know what?
seriously and be a guest host, BD. That's what I'm saying. Seriously.
Oh my
I
goodness,
know
she
my
gonna put
beauty is
that doggone
overcoming,
wig back
but I
on.
do think so.
Beanie,
BD,
you better
really.
say something to your girl here.
Better get a beanie.
But make sure that y'all tune in Thursday for our show on Thursday at 6 p.m.
Oh,
Central
that's
Standard
sexy.
Time. Uh, Inspirational Talks with Laura Simmons and friends. Make sure you guys share, like, comment. Please comment on Instagram YouTube as well. Please, 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 and please like and comment and things like that. Oh my goodness, hun, it's weird, y'all. And that is Ursula D. Allen, y'all, with this crazy wig. She thinks she Beyonce today. Did we read this one?
Frederick said, I don't know. Yeah, we read that one.
Okay.
Take that wig off, Charlotte.
I love you too.
All right, guys. So thank you guys for tuning in today. Inspirational Talks with Laura Simmons and friends. And we will see you guys Thursday, 6 p.m.
Bye, y'all.
And we love you guys. Thank you. Chat room.
Man.
Oh.